Now. Morning, Ben.
Good morning, Lou. Happy birthday. Did you have a nice weekend?
I had a lovely weekend, a bit worse for wear. We didn't get to go camping. We got about half an hour to where we're due to go camping and we realised we'd left all our bedding.
Oh,
So then it started to rain, so we looked at one another, turned around and ended up going clubbing in Exeter for the night. And then
well.
a very nice meal with Ian Crane and Brian and everyone, and Sarah Lioness came along. So
Brilliant.
Enough about me. How are you?
Yeah, we're really good, actually. We just came through Hollington yesterday.
Okay.
And that was a very beautiful little town. I mean, one thing that we are noticing is that the towns that are sort of, let's say, controlled by Freemasons, and Hollington was, they admitted it to me, quite happily, actually. And they did us, they pulled quite a few strings to get us to camp in a local park, which was okay, which was very nice. And Frida, the local magistrate, sorted everything out for us when we met in the pub. The town is thriving. Unfortunately, the other towns that we're walking through, who are not Freemason run or supported by, let's say, are actually dying. And it's becoming very obvious to me now, as we walk, how the country is actually working.
Absolutely, absolutely. So whereabouts are you exactly today?
Well, we've just come literally through Stockland,
Right.
and we're 6 miles from Chard, so we're heading into Somerset.
Okay, so who's with you at the moment then?
Okay, we've got Mal is still here, Hannah is still here.
Yeah.
Mark went back on, I think, Thursday. He's arriving again with his partner tomorrow, we think. And we've got Neil along with us, who's our new guest.
Oh, fabulous. And where's Neil come from?
Neil, where do you come from? Exeter. He comes from Exeter.
Fantastic, fantastic. So what about support, Ben? Obviously you're stopping talking. You've spoken to a magistrate, which is incredible.
Yeah.
How was that magistrate? Were they aware of how bad things really are?
Yes, they're very much aware. I mean, we were talking about the distilled water and how good it was for us and what have you. Yeah. And immediately she turned around and said, "Oh no, we all have osmosis filters in all our taps here." So that's the kind of thing that happens, is that you get people in secret societies or clubs, let's say, because for them it's almost like a Rotary club, you know, it's that level kind of a Freemasonry we're talking about.
Yeah.
And they give impart each other the knowledge. So they're not drinking tap water as you and I would drink it out of the tap. They've got osmosis filters, and they've all got it throughout the village. And you know what? They are very switched on people. They are very bright and sparkly. You can see it in their eyes. And they've got some adorable shops there. I mean, Hollington is a great place to come and visit. It really is. And they bent over backwards for us. I wasn't too happy about the idea of staying in a park, having strings pulled for us. So I thought, well, I'm on an anti-corruption march. I don't want to actually participate in any kind of corruption whatsoever. However, having said that, we did actually get to see how the strings pulled in our favour actually operated. And quite honestly, 2 phone calls and it was sorted. The police stayed away. We didn't have any problems from any of the residents. And she said basically that if you have any problems with anybody, just say, Frida said you can stay here. So, you know, she's a very powerful lady in her area. And of course, we just walked out of that area. And even as we were walking up, we stopped at a farm shop and she'd already called the farm shop. One of the sort of disturbing things about it was that we did actually have the police come and check us out a little bit on the way out of Hollington. And I suppose that was kind of reasonable because I guess, you know, we just rocked up with a story. We marched from Plymouth to London. And, you know, people are believing us. They're taking us on face value. But I think they just wanted to check to see that we are actually just walking and we were backpackers and it was true what we said it was true.
Absolutely. So what about outside support? Have you spoke to any mainstream? Anyone from the... I know you had some contacts within the Express. Has anybody shown any mainstream, taken any interest, Ben, to try and get this out?
Yeah, well, I'm still talking to the Express now. And, of course, it's a bit patchy with the internet connections and stuff like that, so it's a bit slow. But I think that's going to kick in a little bit more when we get to London. Because, of course, if they were to do it now, there'd be no real reason for it. We'd peak too soon, as it were.
Yeah.
So there are a few mainstream people interested in what we're doing. Hopefully that will increase the closer we get to London and we pick up more people. I mean, we've heard that there's probably about 100 people going to join us at Stonehenge. Which I'm actually going to go and try and liberate because obviously it's a national monument. Apparently it's got all these gates. I've actually never been to Stonehenge, so I'm interested to see it. It's got all these gates up and turns and stuff, and I don't think that actually is appropriate. So we're going to do something symbolic, but something very powerful to try and say to people, look, this is yours. You look after it. You maintain it. And you take it back. You know, otherwise you'll lose it forever.
Yeah.
And that's kind of the essence of what we're doing this whole thing for, is about taking back our freedoms. And we were just saying last night when we were in a camp in the woods, we had a little fire going, and we're very responsible the way we build fires and what have you. We know exactly what we're doing. And we said we feel free. And this is what it's about. It's about getting rid of all the pressures and the things that sort of aggravate our lives and upset us and what have you.
And empowering yourselves, self-empowerment.
That's right, yeah.
Absolutely. Okay, so what day do you think you're going to be hitting Stonehenge, Ben?
Probably next weekend, actually.
Next weekend, excellent.
Yeah, probably by the way that we're walking now, which is quite good. I mean, the one thing that's been great is that Space Cowboy, Stan, has been taking our backpacks for a couple of days. He turned up with his car, and we put our backpacks into his car, and he drove on ahead a little bit each day. He was filming anyway, so he wanted to be around us. So that's really meant that we've rested our feet. They've healed a lot better, and now we're off again with gusto, as it were. And Stan's gone now, so we're back.
And have you got? Are you still using the apple cider vinegar for your feet?
Apple cider vinegar, and what we do is you have a little capful, and we just apply it to all the blisters. And, within, a few hours, I felt the difference. Okay, it stings like crazy because it's, it's really painful. But after a while, it stops, and now we do it regularly. We're saying this is the miracle cure, and also you can drink it. It's got living enzymes in the bottle of the bottle, and as they come out, you drink them as well. You take them in; they're super good for you. So that and distilled water is really all that we've needed. When we were drinking bottled water from the shops, it was difficult to drink. We were struggling to drink 2 litres a day, really.
Yeah.
Distilled water, we're getting through it like there's no tomorrow, and that's really healthy.
How are you getting the distilled water, Ben?
Well, we're stopping at garages. They sell it for, funnily enough, for car batteries.
Yeah, I went through a stage of drinking nothing but that, but then somebody put the horrors up me.
Right.
And said there's no minerals, it'll do you absolutely no good. But I've gone through a period, so I might just, if it's doing you guys and you're doing all this walking, I think I might get back on it.
Well, this is it. Distilled water is pure water. Now, to add mint to that would be actually degrading the water a little bit.
Yeah.
All that distilled water is in the real world is rainwater coming through the clouds, going through the mountains and the valleys, picking up little bits of dirt and mud and all that kind of stuff. There are your minerals in there already.
Yeah, that's true.
So I don't think there needs to necessarily be anything added to it. It's really working for us. We are, really, we did 5 miles yesterday on our day of rest, and we thought we'd only done about 1.5 miles.
Oh, Ben, that's fantastic.
It's incredible.
Yeah, absolutely. Okay, so marching on today, where are the plans for the next? Are you going via Bristol? I'm getting a bit confused with your route.
No, we weren't going via Bristol because it's kind of out of our way. We'd have to kind of go up the country and then swing off to London.
Okay.
So we're going up the 303.
Right.
And that's basically how everyone can come and meet us if they want to. We're very easy to find. Just drive up the 303 and you'll hit us at some point. And that takes us pretty much all the way into London, doesn't it?
Yeah, absolutely. Oh, that's super. Well, I'm sorry I couldn't get down. It's just been such a hectic weekend. But now we know you're around Glastonbury at the weekend. Well, we'll keep updated throughout the week anyway.
Yeah.
Have you had any chats with Julia at all?
No, but she's texted me once or twice and wished me well and all that kind of stuff. So, that's very nice of her and things like that. So I think she's Facebooking where we are and what have you. But no, I haven't spoken to her. But one of the reasons is because we haven't got actually a lot of power. We're finding it very difficult to recharge things. So we're sort of using our phones and things sparingly.
Okay, well, listen, I won't use up any more of your juice. I'll get in contact with you later on in the week. So people just need to have a look along the A303 route. You're just leaving what area now?
Stockland will be in Chard in a couple of hours, and they'll be on the 303.
And you'll be on the 303. So anyone out there around sort of that area, Chard, want to join up with Ben, he will be marching along the A303. We'll take regular updates and we'll get them up on Liberty Tactics and update people through the UK column and try and get a good group of people to meet you at Glastonbury this weekend.
Fantastic. Stonehenge, you mean?
Stonehenge, yeah. Sorry, darling. Yeah, Stonehenge. But I'll keep updated with you, Ben. Thanks so much. I'll save your juice. Give my love to all the gang.
I will do.
And we're all behind you, mate.
Thank you so much.
All right, we're going to play your song now.
Thank you for all your support. It means so much to us. It really
all
does.
right, love you too, darling. We're going to play your song now, and I'm coming back with Sarah Linus. Take care, Ben.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.